it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer, at this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
With so much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandon Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. Got a positive ID.
Our air support is here.
Unknown successfully identified.
Thank God. Friendly birds.
I have a solid lock.
They're under attack!
Update is on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run!
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Saber, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Heads up, retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The illusions are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We don't need to defeat them. Just delay their advance. Got us there. We're pinned down! There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. Look at that. They're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of the bodies ran. Here's what happened here. You really don't want to think about it. Damn, those Russian bastards. He's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
New Russian! Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible. This whole operation is crazy. Stop waiting.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold in the bay until operation feeding time. Pull them away from the mass driver.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Stall warning. Missile.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
3 strikes. We're sitting ducks out here. Get the wounded out of here, hurry!
Missile.
If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
Target destroyed.
Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target acquired.
I have a solid lock.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front lines. Don't stop!
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something! You're with us. Can you see the enemy APC from there? I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
ID complete.
Put your back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
Target destroyed.
Count 3, and the enemy's gone.
Missile.
Our last vehicle destroyed. Let's get out of here. Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone! Hostile or friendly!
Missile. Missile.
We're moving out! Leave the dead behind!
Missile.
We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Pull up.
that beat on you. Ship. Do the countdown! There's still one Arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Arusea will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If you take, we're done for.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Missile.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Missile.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Missile. Missile.
Strider Squadron,
Missile.
you're near an armada of bogies.
Missile.
Identify them.
This one fighter, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return! These are unguided. Stay on course. Let's just get this done with. Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Missile.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Missile.
They're taking out many of our aircraft. Use extreme caution.
Missile.
Trigger, fly! Get over here quick!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch yourself. These guys are working together to bring us down.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Grammy, I've been hit by a missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Missile away.
Launch control, this is Flight Leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch. This is Launch Control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Missile.
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Locked on, Bandit.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Draw the enemy's attention here.
Intercept those bombers.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Attack hit. The Bandit is still alive.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
That plane's starting to ice up.
Missile.
It went into the cloud. Awesome. This is Graham 7. I'm behind my target.
Missile. Stall warning. Stall warning. Missile. 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 Missile.
Graham 2. Detected enemy missile.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
I see scratches. Enemy on your back. 2, 3, 3. Launching missile.
Missile.
Bombers are about to reach the island. Shoot them down now. Target hit.
Missile.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Trigger it. Splash the Bandit.
Missile evaded.
Graham 2. Detected enemy missile. rendezvous? We don't even know where we are!
Your plane will ice up if you stay in there too long.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring all users.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. Call me the Scratch.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling that you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I've got a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right. Where's our divers? We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the
Echo
back.
13. All hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
Smoke canister. And who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. 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 Caution.
Fox 2. Strata 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap. That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. Mass driver is accelerating.
supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network.
Ammunition 0.
You gotta hurry or you're not gonna make it.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar.
Missile.
You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
I was expecting this to be easy if all they could do was fly fast.
The supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
It's hard to maintain a lock in the clouds.
Enemy under faster than I expected.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
You think the mother hen really wants them? Trust the plan before the loss of communication.
60 seconds remain.
Locked on, Bandit. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. 30 seconds remain. Don't give up.
Emergency, what's more of this? Just avoid the enemy's fire for now.
Okay, but we won't be able to do that forever, you know.
That's a confirmed direct hit by the missile. Keep it up. Bring down those supply ships. We're almost out of time.
Do it?
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
This is Tango 2-3. Pursued by multiple tanks and AP...
Good. Take a seat. Good work in sinking the Even the commander here is... Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But, what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back, If we head inland from here towards Erusea, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. While we can't use all our aircraft to attack, the transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Ushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
Strider 1, APC destroyed.
Protect the base!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
But what is he talking about? They already are firing on us. He's confused. I know.
Entering cloud cover.
Hit them with AA shields and they'll come down.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Bandit has a lock.
Missile.
Our anti-aircraft weaponry is down by 30%. Why are they attacking this base? We're all out of ammo. Help is here. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Hurry up with takeout preps.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target eliminated. So what's this faction Erusian military? The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
They have 4 aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles! Why are they after this base? Missiles, gunfire, whatever it takes! I want those planes full of holes! They're coming straight at us! Run!
Missile. Missile.
That's great! Fighters! Take on the fighter!
Missile.
Missile away.
Missile.
Tank is destroyed.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
They're bombing us! We're unable to use the SAMs! Help me! Don't stop the car! It'll make us an easier target!
Caution. Pull up.
We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
Shit. I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
Fire the SAM at once!
That's Shalashi Castle.
Missile.
Taking both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone. Take shelter somewhere sturdy or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines.
Missile.
Strider 3 launching missile.
There aren't that many. Aim carefully and take them down.
Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
What's the matter? Aim and fire. They're targeting our anti-aircraft weaponry. Taking out more now. There's more enemy aircraft, but one is causing us the most grief. I heard about 3 strikes when I was in the east. What's he doing here?
AA gun confirmed destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bandit has a lock.
Just how much do they want to take from us?
Yeah, they can go on ahead without me. Evading!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked on Bandit.
Missile. Missile.
Not enough our units are able to communicate over the comms.
Target acquired.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Missile.
Locked on Bandit.
Missile. Missile.
Damage report. We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
Caution. Pull up.
Missile away.
You're mine.
Missile. Missile.
These guys are blinding us.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, fire a rail gun.
Shit. We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like that.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Missile. Missile.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle sounds like we can get up there. We're on with hope of restoration. Don't worry. Once we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to take takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalashi airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Fort Monty. You bastard! You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit. I'm out! Ejecting!
Missile.
I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. Let's pray he makes it to safety.
Way to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
Welcome. Righto.
Missile.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
Locked on, bandit.
Missile.
These guys expect us to surrender? I'll kill them myself.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Mongolian pilots are known for their skill. Let's leave this fight to them.
Target was not struck.
Roll's been hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time. As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring. Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you. Don't waste your life. Dedicate it to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person. Mihai. Oslogian squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on. Hey, look at the color of that plane. Flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. The experimental unit probably made themselves a new toy.
damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you're blown to pieces.
Someone to guide us. I can't think of anyone other than you. Band together with me now and taught me something. Drone fighters don't perform. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. 100%. The narrow defense that you and Air Force should be fighting against him. Railgun is firing again. Strider 1 has been hit. Are you alright?
He's fine, but if he takes another hit, it's a miracle you're not in a million pieces.
System power at 50%. 120%.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Warning, braking control deactivated. Ready to fire.
The railgun has been fired.
Beyond the limits of machine assistance, I say. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
System power at 50%.
Splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the X-02 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory had been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkin, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish, to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusea after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder... which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored General Network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusea have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air to the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you, but take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse and see the future.
Dumbass?
Sounds familiar.
It certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 Squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
We need help! Don't let them damage more! Show them what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of! Thanks, I owe you. No sweat. Get into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Osean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the arsenal. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal bird in unison.
Roger.
What's he doing speaking on an open channel? The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the Coalition as well.
This is Gold Squadron and Rigel Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Sol-2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to Rendezvous. Central Squadron, though.
This is Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. All this just to keep the war going.
We've got no choice but to rely on these things.
Target that stray UAV. Take it down now.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No, we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos electronics cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
It's not a war between nations anymore. It's a struggle between militias. It's the war between
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Free choice on a friendly field.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but it's more complicated than that.
To show themselves.
Brush up on coordinates later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked up signal in order to reach out to you.
How many more do we need to take down.
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Strider 1, don't ice up.
Space elevator is equipped with a new sensors from shoving in our counterattack.
5 minutes remaining.
With the communication infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real-life princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone.
Devil, it's safe over here. You're taking away all the guns.
Yes! Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid.
All right, understood.
3 strikes on our side? This is like this unheard in a long time. Again, 3 strikes? Never again.
The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down. Not as much. Drones without radars are slow as hell. The biggest flaw in their slave mode.
UAVs that are on trajectory.
Target acquired.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
3 strikes, looks like. God help.
Our princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown. Huh. Cosette, let's go. Yes!
Warning, missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're hitting as projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
You have more incoming.
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit, airburst tight. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
I'm bailing out!
I said we were going to take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we're to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was going to do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
Fuck that. It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound.
I'm hit! I'm going down! It's up to you now. I've got this one's tail.
fast. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal.
Strider 1, missile away.
Friendly shot down. Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack the Arsenal bird.
Incoming!
5, 4. Everybody, give this attack everything you've got. Open fire!
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come. That's something.
Hey, look at the Arsenal bird.
Lasers!
This is a surge of strike and marker. We can't train it! Evacuate! Flagship Starlink heavily damaged by laser weapons. Report to Capcom aircraft controller melting. Signal blast! More lifeboats!
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That's a pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the Arsenal bird.
I've got you. Strider 1, watch your tail.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird.
They have a lock on me. It's ready against APS. All aircraft, break off from the Arsenal bird.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
That's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Get to the top of the wind break. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Order to the opposite
Get a radar room and CIC.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. You can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft. Separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the Arsenal bird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now?
Sub-propellant confirmed destroyed.
Cover any friendlies it's hit. Enemy. Strider 1, break that lock!
It's ready against APS.
Damn it! I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two!
I can see your light bulb shape. It isn't lit up.
That's it. That's the location marker. You have it from your radar.
Got it.
Don't let it touch you!
Is there something we can do? Just a beating like this will get us all killed. Missile inbound to me! When's that shield gonna lose power? There's continuously supplying it with power.
Then what should we do?
Calm down. I'll do something.
What are you gonna do? Cosette, smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Damn shield. Just go away. Be gone. Disappear.
On cuckoo count.
Where with you?
Missile.
need help. Don't let them dab us more. Show them what the Erusian, no, what fighter pilots are made of. Thanks. I owe you. No sweat. Get into formation. We have the numbers.